Today's episode is jam-packed with incredible updates on SpaceX and its Starship program. We've got a lot to cover, from the recent static fire of Ship 31 to the upcoming flight tests for Starship Flight 5. Not to mention, we've got some exciting new hardware developments happening down at the SpaceX facilities. Let's kick things off with Ship 31. This week, SpaceX performed a 6-engine static fire on Ship 31. Do we have some jaw-dropping slow-motion footage to show off? If you haven't seen it yet, you're in for a treat. The test lasted 6 seconds, but when slowed down, it reveals every meticulous detail of the engine startup and shutdown sequence. It's a visual masterpiece. You can see the 3 vacuum Raptor engines light up first, followed by the sea-level engines, forming those beautiful shock diamonds in the exhaust. I mean, is there anything more mesmerizing than that? Now, Ship 31 is expected to be paired with Booster 13 for the 6th flight of Starship. So while we're focusing on the build-up to Flight 5, we're already looking ahead to what's next. SpaceX is absolutely not slowing down on production, and speaking of which, let's talk about what's going on in the Star Factory. Starship 33 and Ship 34 are currently under construction, and SpaceX is moving fast. Ship 33 has just received its 2nd aft flap, marking a major milestone in its build process. While it might not look too flashy in the back corner of Mega Bay 2 right now, it's coming together quickly. The installation of heat shield tiles and all those fiddly little details are next. Once it's all assembled, Ship 33 will roll out to Massey Outpost for cryogenic proof testing in the next couple of months. Ship 34 is right behind it, and its payload section has already been stacked in the high bay. Interestingly, SpaceX used the high bay for initial stacking again instead of Mega Bay 2, which is unusual. It might be because Mega Bay 2 is busy with Ship 31 or maybe prepping for Ship 35. It's hard to tell, but either way, it's all hands on deck. Speaking of Ship 35, we've spotted what looks like its nose cone being assembled in the Star Factory. And if that's not exciting enough, Ship 36's LOX header tank was also seen, meaning that SpaceX is already gearing up for even more Starship launches in the near future. The production pace here is simply incredible. They're getting ready for a future where Starships will launch regularly, ferrying payloads and maybe even people to space on a frequent basis. Now back to the present. We've seen some interesting work on Ship 31 after its static fire. Right after the test, a worker was spotted inspecting the engines, possibly addressing an issue. While it's not uncommon to see post-static fire inspections, this could suggest that there's something to tweak before its eventual flight. Let's shift focus for a second and talk about the broader Starship program, specifically Flight 5. We've got a full stack at the pad again. That's right. Ship 30 and Booster 12 have been assembled, marking the first time we've seen a full stack since early June. So, why is SpaceX stacking these vehicles now when the flight is still 2 months away? Well, there are a couple of reasons. First, SpaceX is likely aiming to conduct a wet dress rehearsal. This is one of the final tests needed to ensure the vehicles are ready for flight, and there are road closures scheduled for the week, which hints at this happening soon. The second reason? It's probably a way to signal to the FAA that SpaceX is ready to go. There's been a lot of regulatory back and forth, so a full stack sitting out there at the launch site is a powerful way for SpaceX to say, "We're ready when you are." And just in case you're wondering, Elon Musk himself has said that Flight 6, Ship 31, and Booster 13 might be ready before Flight 5 even gets approval. So it's entirely possible we'll see both sets of vehicles fully stacked and prepped at the pad. A pretty big flex, wouldn't you agree? While we're waiting for the next big flight, there's plenty of activity happening with the infrastructure. The 2nd orbital launch tower at Starbase is coming along nicely, and we've seen pieces of the new Quick Disconnect (QD) arm being delivered. It's hard to tell exactly how different the design will be from the current arm, but we can expect some improvements. Additionally, there's been some serious reinforcement work happening on the chopsticks, the catching arms that will eventually grab returning boosters. A lot of paint and refurbishment has gone into making sure these massive mechanical arms are ready for the challenge ahead. And speaking of paint, Booster 12's stringers have been tapered and painted black, which has to do with how SpaceX plans to catch the booster using the chopsticks. One last bit of news before we wrap up: Starhopper. Yes, the original prototype that started it all is getting some attention. SpaceX has begun removing parts of its outer skin, sparking speculation. Hopefully, they're just restoring it to its post flight glory and not scrapping it because, let's face it, Starhopper is a legend. So, what's next? Well, we've got a wet dress rehearsal to look forward to, followed by static fire tests for Booster 13. There's also the possibility of seeing some catch tests with Booster 14.1 and the chopsticks. Exciting times ahead for the Starship program, and we'll be here to cover every step of the way. If you've enjoyed this update, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Starship news. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars, and let's see what SpaceX has in store for us next. As we wrap up our exploration of SpaceX's monumental Flight 5 full stack test, it's clear that this milestone signifies more than just an engineering achievement. It represents a pivotal moment in the future of space exploration. With this test, SpaceX is not only demonstrating their commitment to innovation and safety, but also setting the stage for future missions that could redefine our journey to Mars and beyond. The successful execution of the full stack test confirms that SpaceX is serious about pushing the boundaries of what's possible in space travel. As we look ahead, the implications of this test extend far beyond the launch pad. It opens the door to new technologies, collaborations, and perhaps even a new era of human spaceflight. So, what do you think? Are we witnessing the dawn of a new age in space exploration, or will challenges arise that could hinder these ambitious plans? We want to hear your thoughts. Share your insights in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on SpaceX and the ever-evolving world of space exploration. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe for more jaw-dropping space updates, and join us as we embark on a cosmic journey like never before.